right, so I'm going to start with you, Lauren. I want to take it from a couple different perspectives. Kind of a rising star business and a business that is established and still continuing to grow. So I'm going to pick on you first, Lauren. Tell us how, during Team Challenge, I know that you were leading by example. You ended up at number 8, if I'm not mistaken, as an individual point earner. Tell us how that has helped you understand why leadership development is so important and what it did to your team during Team Challenge.
Yes, I had a different experience with Team Challenge. I did finish personally all right, but my team did not do anything. And I still felt kind of like a failure after that because my personal team did not do well. Although I did have coaches that finished in the top, and I had to sit back and say, what am I doing wrong? What did I not do to push those people forward? And what did I do to develop leaders before that achieved a lot during Successful Team Challenge? So I had to really take a step back, and since the challenge, I've come at it a little bit differently when I develop leaders, back to how I used to do it in the beginning with a smaller group.
That's good. So let's talk about, because obviously the biggest impact has been after Team Challenge. You've doubled, advanced your business, tripled your income. So let's talk about now what you've done to apply really the same principles of accountability to your team moving forward.
So I started a leadership group and asked people to have accountability up front and asked them, if you want to be involved, you need to give me your goals up front, what you want to do over the next 60 days, what you want to do long term in this business, and I want to know your why. Written out, I want to see it. I may already know it, but I want to see it again. And of all the people that responded, I made this group, and if they didn't participate every week, if they missed a couple calls, I had to make a big decision and say, am I going to follow on that same path of Team Challenge and see people fall off the wagon, or am I going to unify the group? So I did a really difficult thing, and I actually kicked people out of my accountability group. And I asked them to maybe join next time when they were ready. I love you all, but I know you're busy right now, and I got to focus on the people that are giving me attention, because my time is valuable and so is yours. And that was hard for me. I want everyone to achieve what I have, and I want all of my team to move forward and to let people go a little bit. It was so hard for me, but it unified the group and made those people more accessible. And they've all advanced now.
And I know it's had great results. You know, you have this volunteer army of coaches that are in your business, but I recall one of the first calls that we recorded, it was with Robert Hutchins and Craig Holliday. They talked about the fact that in the first 60 days to 90 days of your coach's business, really, you're like their boss. Okay, you're asking them to really match their effort, meaning it's kind of a checkers game. If you move your piece, and if they don't move their piece, the game is stuck. You've had to make those tough decisions, obviously kick off some team members. How has it helped you? Because some coaches right in here are facing that situation. They've got that team member that is kind of laying around and not doing much, and they're just staying on the team. How has making those tough decisions as a leader helped solidify your team and develop that leadership?
Yeah, that hard decision of kicking people off the accountability group caused those people to come back to me and say, I do want to do this, don't let go of me. And I said, of course not. I just want you to be really ready to commit, because these people are ready. So the next time I come to them, I know they'll give me the time. And the people that stayed in the group really do feel like they deserve my time, and they hold their head a little higher, and they've all done so well showing up, giving me the effort, and I feel like we are going to accomplish more together because we're all unified and we know what expectations we have of each other.
And obviously you're working with those that deserve your time, not those that need your time. Thank you, Lauren. Let's talk to Charlene. Charlene, you've got this well-established business that has continued to grow. When you have a big ship, sometimes it's tough to just kind of sail it around because just of the size of the ship. How has Team Challenge in those 60 days helped just infuse that new blood, that new leadership pipeline in your business?
Well, Frank kind of mentioned it earlier, but it gave my leaders that had not really led before a chance to lead a small group. They've been on my challenge or 90-day diamond things before, but the Success Club, the Success Challenge actually allowed them to go, okay, I kind of did like a friend, like you're going to lead your group and you're going to dig down and you're going to find leaders on your group team to lead a group. And kind of like Fran, they're like, well, I've never done this before. So we did a similar thing, had a main group and then had the smaller groups. And it created a lot of excitement. some of the leaders stepping out of their comfort zone, which we know that's when growth happens. It's when it happened for us. And it created a lot of excitement way down in the organization because they saw people stepping up as leaders. And that was exciting for them. So,
And I know it's helped you now that you've established, because you've always had those 90 days to diamond groups. Now it seems that people are much more willing to participate and step up and be that leader. Tell us what you've experienced. I know you've had some really good results in the past couple months.
yeah, well, through that success challenge, as soon as it ended, we of course started a 90-day to diamond group immediately. The momentum was too good not to just keep going with it. And so within the first 30 days, just last 30 days, we had 3 diamonds break. Not in mine personally, but in our group. And so that was exciting. It really caused a lot of energy, and we're in our 2nd month now. I'm kind of really excited to see what's going to happen.
That's great. How success breeds success. Other people are going to see that it's working, and
Yes.
they're going to say, why not me?
Right, and these aren't people that were already almost diamond. These are almost new coaches. So that was very exciting for a lot of them.
So let's talk about you as a leader, because you might be a star diamond in the audience and thinking, I'm going to be a 9-star diamond, I'm going to be a superstar diamond. As your business grows, so do the numbers of requests come your way. And when you have thousands of coaches in your organization, how does Team Challenge and people stepping up help you figure out where to spend your time?
Well, it becomes pretty obvious when you have someone that says they want to do it, so you ask them to put a group together, and you start having them own their business, and then you have accountability with that. It becomes pretty obvious pretty quick who is going to do and who isn't going to do. And so, because all these groups that we did, we didn't just start a 90-day to diamond group. There were rules. You had to have a success partner. You had to, of course, be on the Shakeology Home Direct and all of that. You had to be on the calls. You had to, be accountable. And that was understood going in. Kind of like Lauren, you had to ask people to leave the group. But those that started stepping up, those that were on the calls, those who were asking questions, that's where you knew where to spend your energy. Because as you do grow, when you start getting star, diamond, step up, it does become very difficult. Where do I put my time? And that's an easy way to know, because you can see, you've got your leaders coming back to you, reporting back. I've got this coach, and this is what they're doing. This is where we're going to put our time. This is where we're going to put our energy. So it becomes pretty evident, obviously.
I love that. And again, it's about keeping it simple. From a young business that's growing, an established business that's been going for a while, it's about sponsoring, and it's about developing leadership. So thank you so much for joining us on stage and telling us about this.